tell you guys a story about my fake best friend and how I became best friends with her sister. We're gonna use code names. So my ex-best friend is Pink, okay? So Pink was best friends with some other girl. We're gonna name her Blue. So Pink was friends with Blue, but I been knowing Blue for a while. So we just all became a trio. Well, that's what I thought. So Pink invited me to a birthday party, so I went. So I went to the party and then we started talking, right? And then Pink brought one of her friends that I never met. And Pink's sister was saying that that girl wasn't a good influence and that she just... So Pink goes and grabs her friend while I'm in the bounce house with Pink's sister. She takes her inside and she tells us to say hi to her. So I'm like, okay, hi. But then she gave me a stink face. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna give me a stink face, then you could go with her and I'll just be with your sister. They gave all of us a stink face and then they just left the bounce house. And I told Pink's sister, is she okay? Should we talk to her? And they're like, no, she always gets like this. I was like, oh. Then I goes on and I end up leaving. So before I left, I gave Pink a hug and I told her bye. And she just gave me a side hug and didn't even tell me bye. Okay, acting like that in your own home at a party is crazy, but okay. Mind you, the whole night that I wasn't hanging out with her, I was telling her sister, should I talk to her? Should I invite her? They were all like, no, because she always gets like this. There's no point in trying. I'm like, okay. But then when I get home, Pink texts me. She texts me talking about something that I left her out and that I was being rude. But I'm like, don't leave out the part where you left me to go with your friends. I look a little white, trust the process. But so then we're arguing back and forth. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You do you and I'll do me. We don't have to be friends. But then they invite me to another party, but this time it wasn't Pink, it was her sister. So I go to a party and it's me, her sister, and her two friends. So we're all sitting at a table and then she just comes. We're all like, okay, whatever. But the only reason why she sat with us because Blue wasn't gonna go. And then, what was it? I think someone brought up that Blue wasn't coming. And then she was like, oh yeah, and have you guys seen her stories and everything she's been posting? She said that she was posting weird stuff and we're confused. We're like, oh, what is she posting? And then she pulled up the screenshots and everything and she was showing us. She showed us the screenshot and we were all confused because it was something that she shouldn't be doing and she was in a relationship. So I'm like, oh, isn't she in a relationship? And she was like, yeah, that's the weird part. I was okay. And then I tried switching the subject, but she tried to keep talking about her. So I'm like, whatever. And then we all had a group chat besides her, because, we had a group chat, so we were just texting that she was just trying to create problems. And then whatever. She goes to her room while we're in the living room, and we just all, start having fun. I'm inviting her to come hang out with us, and she's just ignoring me and saying that she's okay. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her be, I already asked her if she wanted to hang out. She said no, so I'm like, okay. Then we end up having a sleepover and I invited her. I'm like, you wanna come with us? She said, no, I'll sleep in my room. Okay. Whatever, the next morning, we hang out, whatever, and then I go to my house. She texts me talking about something that I was leaving her out and that I wasn't inviting her. So then I'm like, no one left you out. I was asking you if you wanted to hang out. You said no. I'm not gonna keep coming into your room every 5 minutes asking you if you want to hang out if the first time you said no. If you change your mind, I told her, if you change your mind, you could come. I told her that, so I don't have to keep going in that room. I just wanted to have fun. And then I end up texting her sister, I'm like, what is your sister talking about? And I send her screenshots. I end up texting her sister and telling her, what's going on with your sister? Telling me not to worry about her because she always gets like that with every single one of her friends. So then her sister starts talking to me and telling me that I don't need her, that she's just problematic. So then I'm like, you know what? If she's just trying to create problems with me, if she's gonna wanna fight all the time, I'm not gonna be her friend. So then her sister was like, okay, go ahead, no one's stopping you. So I stopped being her friend and I stopped being friends with her sister, which is my best friend now. Our first ever hangout was at the movie theaters. It was so much fun. Wait, I left a big old part. So you know how I said that Pink was talking shit about Blue? Apparently when we left her out that day, she ended up texting Blue saying that we were talking bad about her. But she was the one talking bad about her. And I guess Blue believed her. And then she started saying stuff to me and my friend and her other friends. And how my friend was also friends with her. She was like, "You're really gonna listen to that?" So then they ended up becoming a duo, and I became a duo with her sister, right? But at the end of the day, Pink became fake to everyone. She switched up her whole style. She just became weird because she wanted to be about like boys. And I know she might be watching this because I have her blocked and she'll be going on people's devices to look at my videos. So if you're watching this, yes, it's about you. Anyways, some people ask you for my lip combo. I got you. It's literally the same thing, but I get lip mask and or like lip balm, whatever. Just put a little bit on your lips, but make sure they're not like glossy. So kind of like tweak it off, you know. Then I grab my NYX lip liner in the shade Vintage, and then I just line my lips. It looks funny, right? And then just rub your lips together, and just like that. Just in case you guys were wondering, who's my best friend? This is all us preparing for a game. Before I go, I just want to say I'm so sorry for not being consistent. I've been so busy. But I'll definitely do another story time about how I got in a car crash. Anyways, bye.
Best friend of 5 years was stealing from you. Because I just found out that my best friend of 5 years was stealing from me, and I honestly don't know what to do. So let's rewind and start from the beginning because this is actually insane to me, and that is why I haven't posted in about 5 days, because I have been dealing with this drama for the same amount of time that I haven't been posting. Dude, we're gonna call this girl Bella. Wait, I actually have two really good friends named Bella who didn't do this, so we're gonna call this girl Stacy. So also excuse the chocolate on my face, I literally just had pie bowls, but I have been friends with Stacy since, like I said, 5 years. So I've been friends with her since 8th grade. So me and Stella became really close really quick. We don't go to the same school or anything, but we met through mutual friends and we have been really good friends, or so I thought, ever since. Me and this girl, like, we have been friends, and like I was always there for her. Like I haven't been anything but a good friend to this girl. Like I'm always there for her. Like anytime she ever needed me to spot her on something, like I was always there. Like literally just always there for her. And like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys like she never did anything for me, but and like this isn't a comparison because we're friends and I didn't expect her to ever like do anything back. Like I did stuff not expecting anything in return, but I did start to notice that every time I did do something for her or like spot her, like even like $1, she would never say thank you or anything. She would take it as if I should be the one like paying for her and all that stuff. And there are so many stories about this girl. Like one time we were both getting something to eat and she's the one who planned like the dinner and everything, and she reserved a spot. But once we got there, she claimed that she had forgot her wallet, and I remember seeing it in her car because she picked me up and took me there because she's the one who planned the date and everything, and I didn't have my license at that point. And I remember telling her like, oh, I thought I saw it in your car, like do you want me to run out and grab it for you, because I had already put my share of the bill on in the table on the check. And she was like, no, like I know for sure that I left it at my house, like I swear on everything it's in my house, so do you mind just spotting me and I'll pay back later? So obviously I said yes, and later when I asked her like, hey, like is everything going okay with like the PayPal, like insinuating that like to pay me back and everything, because usually we would like pay each other back through PayPal, she was like, oh, like what do you mean? And I just wasn't about to push her at that point because like I knew she knew what I meant, but like I just didn't like say anything because I'm just like, oh, like I guess you just didn't want to pay me back. So fast forward, when I found out that she was stealing from me was when I was on TikTok. But let's just go back a second. I just remembered this. During like the months that I found out that she was stealing from me, which we'll get into later, I was actually starting to notice some of my stuff missing. Like I thought that I just misplaced it in the laundry because I like before like me and her had been friends, like I also noticed some of my stuff missing, and like I would find it like a couple months later. So I was just like, all right, like I just lost my favorite sweatshirt, whatever, I'll find it later. And y'all, I'm already at 3 minutes. I'm about to film part 2, so go to part 2 now. Love you guys. Bye.
Y'all, about the time that I found out that my boyfriend was gay. Okay, so me and my boyfriend first got together when we were in 9th grade, I think. Yeah. And honestly, I don't have anything bad to say about him. Like, he was always a really good boyfriend. But the first hint that he might have been a little bit gay was basically a rumor. So there was a rumor that he had gone with one of the 11th graders, a boy. I forgot to put my sunscreen on. But Also, not only did I find out he was gay, he was also cheating on me with a guy, which we'll get there. But basically, when we were in 10th grade, my friend was like, hey, I've got something to tell you. And I was like, okay. And she showed me this video of him kissing a guy at a party. And obviously, I was like, what? Like, this is actually crazy. So I went up to him and I asked him about it. And he was like, no, it's like AI. Like, it's not real. Like, I promise you. Like, I would never cheat on you. And me and this girl weren't that close. And she had also been known for lying before. So I trusted him. And I basically just, like, spit it up to her lying. And she's like, no, I wouldn't lie. Like, I promise. I would never. Like, I wouldn't. Why would I even do that? But then eventually she just let it go and was like, whatever. Like, I don't care that much. Okay? And I don't know. Sometimes I'd see him staring at guys. But then I was like, maybe he's just, like, insecure. Like, I didn't really think of it, like, at all like that. Now, this is when I find out, y'all. So, there was one time when me and my boyfriend were in this class together, right? And the class ended and he was like, and we were walking out and then he was like, wait, I need to go and get some. So he was like, just wait here, like I'll be really fast, like, so he just went. But then I was like, then I was alone. So I was like, I didn't really want to wait there by myself. So I just followed him like a few seconds after, but he didn't see. But then obviously, you know me, I'm just innocently following him, him, and then he gets into the class and then like I get there like 10 seconds later, like when he walks in. And then I see him kissing someone. And at first, I'm like, oh my god, like, he's cheating on me with a girl, like, I can't believe it. Then I'm like, wait, that's not a girl. Then I'm like, wait, is he kissing a boy? I'm in shock. So, like, look further. Not only is it a boy, he was cheating on me with our teacher, y'all. If y'all want to know what I did after, come back for part 2 and let me know if you want part 2.
More story times like about my life. I feel like senior year was kind of far enough where I can talk about them now. So let me tell you guys about one of the weirdest Halloween parties I've ever been to. Literally every single Halloween year has been so eventful for me. Everything happens on Halloween. Alright, so senior year Halloween, I think I went out maybe 3 times. Our like biggest night, like the biggest party that we had was at one of our friends' boyfriend's places. We like weren't friends with her boyfriend, like he went to a different school, but we hung out with him like a few times and he was off. He was strange. So wasn't one of my like closest friends, so I really like didn't run into the boyfriend a lot. Started like hanging out with them in a new group and talking to people at this new school. I also doubt this person's gonna be watching my videos, but if you are, like, no hate, it was just really weird. Me and my friends hear that he's going to have a Halloween party and we get the most formal invite possible, fully the longest text with the biggest words, and the kicker of it all was that we were asked to bring canned food to get into the party. We're seniors in high school, so asking to bring a canned donation was a little bit weird. I enjoy the sentiment. I believed it was all getting donated, but this was supposed to be like a rager, like a big party. Like you could only get in if you brought canned food. Was that strange to you guys? Because it was really strange to me and my friends. But we did it. Like, walked into a party dressed as a cat, holding canned beans, just to paint the picture. And a few people from my high school were there, but it was basically, like, mostly all the other high school. Having the time of our lives because we didn't really know a lot of people. Some guy threw a can at one of my best friends. She was fine. It was just really funny. Some girl thought that my friend was trying to hook up with her ex and then started screaming and crying at her. Some guy was making fun of girls, so I tripped him in front of everyone. It was just like this night was just, it was so fun, but also so many things happened. To this day in our girls group chat, like over 2 years later, we will still text about this night. And I'm pretty sure more happened that I can't really talk about. It was a strange night. It really was. And I want to do more story times. I'm just afraid. I don't know what I can and can't share on this platform. Because everyone on Long Island loves to be sharing my videos around whenever they think it's about someone. So, and that's pretty much all. I have a lot of other probably more juicy stories. If you guys want to hear more, let me know.
I literally pulled an all-nighter and then went to the gym with my cousin at 6:30. And then after I got back from the gym, I literally fell asleep and didn't wake up till like 3. Anyways, my friends just texted me asking me to go to the gym, so that's where I'm going basically. And the only reason I'm going again is because I feel like I didn't get much accomplished when I went the first time. So, yeah. My hair still looks pretty good for me sleeping in it because I thought it would be more messy, but it doesn't look that bad. Anyways, the only reason I'm putting on makeup to go to the gym is because we have plans afterwards to hang out with our friend, so I don't want to look too busted. But like, I'm literally gonna sweat this all off, so there's really no point. The only thing I never sweat off, which is so weird, is mascara. I have no idea why because I don't even use waterproof. I slept in one of those sheet masks yesterday where like it starts off white, but whenever it's been on your face for a long time, it becomes clear, and it was so cool. Well, like I didn't really sleep because like I pulled an all-nighter, but like I had the face mask on for a good 5 hours or something. But I think tonight I'm gonna go to bed at 8:30 because I'm dying. I'm not the biggest fan of going to the gym at this time just because there's a lot of people usually. I like going really early or really late because usually no one's ever there at those times and there's always like a rack open. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is whenever people try to talk to me when I'm working out. Like not my friends, but random people. And like the thing is, it won't even be about my workout, it'll be about a completely different machine. Like this one time this guy talked to me and my sister for like an hour. I kid you not, he was just standing there and like talking to us. And we weren't even really listening, like he didn't take the hint. That sounds mean, but like just don't talk to me when I'm working out. I feel like that's common sense. That's like me interrupting a hot guy's workout to ask for his snap. Like I would never do that. You know what one of the worst feelings is whenever like you thought you knew someone, but then like they become a totally different person. Like they're literally unrecognizable. Like there's nothing, I don't know. Like there's nothing the same about them. They're just like a totally different person. It's just weird to see some of like the people I was friends with in the past like become totally different. But I mean, I guess it's a part of getting older and stuff, and like people just grow apart. If you guys are thinking about buying a setting powder, get the Huda Beauty one because literally my friends used it yesterday and they like couldn't stop talking about how good it was. Like I'm not even over exaggerating. Like if you're thinking about spending a lot of money on a powder, don't get the Charlotte Tilbury one, get this one. It's honestly my favorite thing ever. I don't know if I've said this in a Get Ready With Me before, but like I literally want to see Ken Carson live so freaking bad. Like being in the pit of a Ken Carson concert would be freaking awesome. My music taste is so bipolar though, because like I'll listen to Ken Carson and then listen to like George Strait. Alright, I'm done with my makeup. Alright, bye guys. Thanks for watching today's Grim.
And this is how I found out. For all the girls that pride themselves like I did on not going through their boyfriend's phones, this is for you. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 years, and for those 8 years I've never gone through his phone, and it's something that I've been, very adamant about. However, if I had gone through his phone, I wouldn't have lost 2 years of my life. Actually 8, because it's the whole relationship, but 2 because I found out that he's been cheating on me for 2 years. It really is that damn phone, because I found this out in the weirdest way. So my boyfriend bought a new phone and he lost all of his contacts. So he asked me to text him so that he could save my phone number, so I did. So we're driving to my house and I text him, "Hey sexy, what's up?" He responds. I thought that this was weird, but like sometimes he's into weird shit. He actually texts and drives. But he texts saying, "Hey, can't talk right now." And I thought, okay, like he's just kidding. "Hey, can't talk right now, I'll text you in 5. That's what he says, and I interpret it as a joke. Because how can it not be a joke? As soon as we get home, he immediately runs to the bathroom and my phone lights up. He's texting me saying, "So, hey, what's up?" So I reply, not much. You? He says, "Super horny. Want to meet up tonight?" And I replied to him again at this point, like we've been together for 8 years. So I was like, there's no way this guy is actually cheating on me. And it never crossed my mind. Like I said, I trusted this guy. So I just thought, he was being funny. And I was like, why later? Why not right now? I'm horny too. And he responds, "Okay, we'll try to make it ASAP. Cool?" Okay, cool. Then he comes out of the bathroom moments later, and I'm like prepared to be like, what is up with this? Like, are you for real? Do you want to like go to bed or something? Before I have time to say whatever, he immediately goes, hey, so I'm not feeling too good. I think I'm gonna head home. And this is where my jaw drops. He goes, oh, and by the way, can you actually text me so I can save your phone number? You haven't texted me yet. Who are you texting in the bathroom? I turned to him and I'm like, you're kidding, right? You have to be kidding me. Like, you cannot be for real. Like, who were you texting in the bathroom then if it wasn't me? He just says, oh, shit. He came clean about everything. I didn't really have to try that hard. He just told me he's been with someone else for 2 years. I don't know which one of you I like more. That's why I never said anything. She doesn't know either. I'm like, what the fuck? He looked and sounded like a robot, and I couldn't really believe it. And he still says, like, I don't know which one of you I like more. Oh, but yeah, go through your boyfriend's phones. Go through your boyfriend's phones. I'm telling you right now, go. This is your sign. Because I was stupid. I didn't. And I regret it. Because, like I said, this would have saved me years of my life. So, yeah.